We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Here we go. 18 Gator. You got nothing. Watch out. Shoot.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack. Second and 15. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Brings up second and 3 at the 12-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
He's coming. We got double up.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
They certainly...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go. Mike 5.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle. It got his man, complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 99. Check 99.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
X3, 218, jump. Set. Look at me. Go. Shoot.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
2nd and 14. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, that's good. Mike, 53.
They'll set up a throw. And he finds McDonald. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Here we go. Set. 50-60 Pittsburgh.
Come on.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Aguilar has it. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready. 30 base. Hey, Alpha.
Tight end right. 4 down.
Choke. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the double.
55. Check 55. Mike.
2.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At their 48-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
That's another Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamal Williams, his 1st touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 57 to Mike. 57.
Recon, 1 for 10.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you've got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Go.
Ringo, Ringo. Ringo, Ringo. 50.
Small.
Push him back.
5.
2nd and long. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Switch up, switch up. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Go.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Check 55, come on.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Hey, check right.
Now.
2nd and 11. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
We'll go Mike 40, Mike 40.
Yep.
If you gonna get this, boy, you think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? 40's Mike.
Hey, Delta.
So we got man. Mike 40, check, he's coming. On deck.
Get it.
Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete.
No chance.
Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 2nd and 10. It's caught by Aguilar. A gain there of 21 yards.
Complete to Nelson Aguilar. A gain of 21 yards. And the Buccaneer first down.
On the ready.
57, Mike 57. Watch the slant.
Hey!
57 for Mike.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Snead's got it. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready, set.
Mike 57. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Fire.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Gano for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, set. 10 logo. Hey, do.
55 is my guy, 55. Curry. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And an update now from down in Miami. Well, the Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
53 to Mike.
Bravo.
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming. Slam, slam, slam. Check 43.
Yes. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
On the double.
50 seconds to Mike. Check. Whip.
Leo.
Check.
Go.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out. Tackles.
Here's 2nd and 8. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now back to throw, and he finds Howard complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He'll drop to throw, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to number 88. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch out. Kill. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On the ball. Fight.
And to give this time to the tailback. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Look at me, zipper.
Hey, alert 3. Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line.
He don't know no better. 58 to Mike, 58.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the
They'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 5-5. Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You're out, Mike.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
6-6, bullet hot.
2nd and 1. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. In for the score. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Joker, 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 joker. Check safety, check safety. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
70, Indy.
Better bring it. You better bring it.
Fire.
2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
General West.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go, team. All day, defense. All day. All day.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Ready.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's checking.
They go with Howard again. He knocks him back. Oh, some strong running. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Here we go. 30 base.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
5 down.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's go now. 10 logo.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Bucs, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.